Alrighty, we are going to do some anti-fear busting bullshit.
Okay.
Okay, but first of all, I want us to check in with what we're doing. So we're going to go through and check how you guys are going. But first of all, I want to check in with your overall vision. So I want you all to close your eyes. And I want you to take a big breath and let it out. And then I want you to go to your big juicy goal, like your end goal. So 5 or 10 or 15 years. And I want you to see the vision of yourself there. So you will have all have done this exercise when you've set your goals and when you went through your visioning model. What was it that you could taste and smell and hear? What can you see? What can you touch? Now the picture or the scene that you can see in your mind, I don't want you to say it out loud, but I just want you to note, are you standing in the middle of that vision? Or is that vision off in the distance? Is that vision black and white? Or is it color that's quite muted? Or is it really, really vibrant? Okay, you can open up your eyes and tell me, was your vision far away and a little bit fuzzy, or was it close to you and very vibrant? Sarah, how was yours?
There are kind of two parts to it, and one part was really colourful and really bright, and I was in the middle, and it was all happening around me. And then the other one, which is probably about the structure of it, it was probably a bit more fuzzy, but still in colour.
Okay, good. And so which part was colourful when you were right in the middle?
The feel of how I want to feel when I'm in the business. So it's more about how my life feels and how I feel.
Okay.
But what it looks like exactly was kind of, I can see it, but that's the bit that's more muted.
Okay, good. All right. So structure a bit fuzzy, feeling bold. Okay, Robin?
I was in turquoise blue sea on my boat running my online business. Yeah.
And was it big and bold and colourful, and were you in the middle of it, or was it a little bit off in the distance?
To start with, it was a little bit off in the distance, but as you focused more on your senses and really being there, like towards the end, I was right in the middle of it.
Right.
Yeah, and the boat was the biggest part, the sailing in the boat, and just the effortlessness of the other stuff was, but feeling like you had a purpose, you know, a meaning and a purpose in life as well.
Good. Okay, Michelle.
Hang on, I've got problems going on here. Can you hear me?
Yes, yep, we can hear you.
Sweet. I'm on this because I've got to start disappearing soon, but so mine was clear, like, and colourful, but in the distance. Okay. It's kind of like, it's like I know what I'm doing, I'm just not there yet.
Okay.
If that makes sense?
Yes, yep, it does. So,
at that time of the morning?
Yeah, the colourful wood in the distance. And have we got Kim on the call? Is Kim lower down, or is she not come on yet?
I haven't seen her.
Okay. All right. So the reason that I got you to connect to your vision and to see whether it was colourful or whether it was far away, that indicates how willing your body and your soul and your mind is to actually accept that as a reality. So if we can't yet accept it as a full-on reality, and that's why I do ask you to connect to your senses, because it makes it more real, then we still have a little bit of fear around it. And when we have a little bit of fear around something, then we tend to push it away. So our brains are trained to look for fear. So, you know, is there a tiger coming? Is there a cave mate that's going to club us over the head? You know, we're trained to constantly scan for dangers and to react to those. So when our visions aren't quite actually locked into our souls yet, then they do become a fear that we don't want to move towards. So then we start with self-sabotage, right? So if we have a fear that we're not aware of actually is a fear, then we just self-sabotage. All of a sudden one of our kids gets sick, or all of a sudden the computer breaks, or, you know, we manifest something that will slow us down so we don't have to move towards a fearful thing. So I wanted to do some anti-fear ball busting with you today. Okay, so first of all, how do you tell the difference between fear and excitement? Because they're actually the same emotion. They come from the same part in the brain. They have exactly the same thing. So what I want you to do is, do you all have a cue for when you feel fearful? How do you know you feel fearful? Sarah, what's your body cue?
I think because I usually know because I feel sick whether I'm fear or excited, but I think it's the way my body kind of clamps up and it just feels different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robin?
I have in my right shoulder blade, I can really feel the area in my body that I fearful, and also my mind is just very fuzzy, but in my body, that's where it is.
Michelle?
I don't know. That sounds strange, I know.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound strange, because if it's not something you've actually paid attention to before, then you won't know. So just as you go throughout the day today, I mean, it might not even happen today, but as you go throughout the week, just notice when you feel fearful of something, whereabouts in your body do you feel it? The reason I want you to know where you feel the fear in your body is that then you can start going, oh, yep, cool, okay, that's just the fear kicking in, and then you can actually drop into it and actually get rid of it. Well, actually not get rid of it, because fear is just an emotion, and we shouldn't actually get rid of emotions. We should move through them quickly. But you never want to get rid of emotions. I mean, like, that is why we are how we are, because we actually have emotions and we can read them. They're just powerful messages. Emotions simply are messages in our body. So what I want to teach you to do is drop into that fear and ask it what it's talking about. So is there something that is frightening all of you at the moment? So Sarah, you've probably got something big coming up that's that's a bit fearful. Robin, have you got something that's coming up that you have a little bit of fear around?
It's not it's not related to the it's not related to the business, it's related to my own house, these stuff that's happening like that. So
That's good. That doesn't matter what it is. Remember, you are your business. You can't separate out your life and your business, so it doesn't matter. Because if you're fearful in one area of your life, that will spill over into your business. So it doesn't matter what it is. Michelle, is there something you're afraid of at the moment?
No.
Yeah, you're pretty brave.
Okay. Not that I can really think of.
Okay, let's give you an imaginary scenario. Let's imagine you have a room full of 150 people who have come to you to ask about having a franchise for Jim's Dog Wash, and you're about to do a presentation for them. Would that give you a little bit of anxiety?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she says.
For sure.
Ooh, I think we should make Michelle do this. Should we set up an event for Michelle? Okay. All right, my darlings, close your eyes again. Close your eyes. And I want you to imagine.
I'd walking around, I'll fall over.
Oh, okay, don't close your eyes, Michelle. Okay, I want you to imagine what it is that you're afraid of. And now I want you to go to the part in your body that you feel the fear. Michelle, I just want you to go to your stomach, to your lower abdomen. Robin and Sarah, you know where you're going. And I just want you to notice, what color is the fear? What sort of shape is the fear? And what does the fear actually want to tell you? What is the message it's actually trying to make you pay attention to? And now with the message that that fear has for you, I want you to feel deeper inside that message. And I want you to feel whether that feels expansive or constricting. So by that I mean, does it feel expansive, like, wow, this actually feels pretty good? It feels like I'm hugging a puppy. Or does it feel constricted, like a knot in your stomach? Okay, you can open your eyes. Okay, Robin, what message did your fear have for you?
She's got a microphone turned on.
Okay.
Sorry, because I've just got a cough. To take things one step at a time,
Mm-hmm.
and not get caught into the stories in my head. And there was also the word balance there, like balance and patience.
Good. And did it feel expansive or constrictive?
Yeah, it felt expansive and soothing, like, yeah, I've got this. Yeah.
Good. Okay. All right. Sarah?
I think the message was that I have to become more visible, and that I need to stop thinking that I have to be the expert and let that go and stop trying to control everything.
Good. And did it feel expansive or constrictive?
Yeah, expansive.
Okay, good. All right, Michelle?
You, yeah. There's something that I just avoid as such. I try and keep away from, because I don't think it's a good emotion. It sort of changes the way you think about things, and I don't know, I suppose I don't really, it's a hard one for me to explain, because I just ignore it and just go and do it. It's kind of fear's more of an excitement for me, because if it's something I'm fearful of, that I kind of go, let's do it. I turn it into a challenge. So it's a weird one for me.
Good. But fear is neither good nor bad. So sometimes, and that's why I got you girls to drop into, is it expansive or is it constrictive? So sometimes if you have fear and it's constrictive, then it is just a story trying to hold you back. But if you have fear, and that's why I asked you to drop into the colour, my speaker's not. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, good. That was weird. It just told me my speaker wasn't working for some reason. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So fear, none of the emotions are wrong or bad. They are all just absolute messages. The only time an emotion becomes bad, like when fear becomes bad, is when it actually holds you back from doing something. But fear definitely has a purpose. It's either to keep you safe or it's to move you in another direction. And we just found that out by dropping into actually what it is. So sometimes, yeah, if it's surface level fear, absolutely just move on past it and turn it into a challenge. And that's great, Michelle. Like, Michelle has lots of practice with turning fear into challenge. I mean, she breaks in wild ponies, for goodness sakes, you know, like. But for the rest of us, use that fear as an actual message forward. So Sarah and Robin, you both got something really valuable from that fearful thought. So I want you to follow this exact process when you feel fearful. I want you to notice where it is in your body, drop in the color, the size, the message, and then whether it's expansive or not. And then ask that fear, what is the next step that I take right now? And then just go and do that. Good morning, Kim.
Hi,
darling.
Sorry, I had to restart my computer.
No worries at all, darling. We've just done a little bit of fear training, and I am recording this because I'd like. So I'm going to send the link out to all of you.
Cool.
There you are. Good morning, beautiful.
Sorry, wet
Okay,
hair.
we've been talking about fear as an emotion, and that it's not an emotion to be trying to push away, that we actually should dig into it. So we just did a little exercise where we dug into the fear and we found out what the message of that fear was, and we used it to move forward. So once we're off this call, Kim, just go back and listen to that again.
Yep, will do.
Okay, so that's what you do when you are feeling fearful. So don't try and move away from the fear, try and dig into it a little bit. Now, the other things, I have 2 other things for you. So whenever you are going to do something where you need to be brave, I want you to do your anchors. Do you remember how you've got that module in FemPowered and it teaches you how to do an anchor, and mine's like a silly lead mare, yeah? And how you guys have got a more sensible anchor that's like touching your thumb or something more socially acceptable to do in public. Use your anchor, okay? Because that anchor has been specifically designed to take away your fear and to make you brave. So use your lead anchor all of the time. The other trick that I have for you to work with fear is your Sunday planning. So when you sit down and you do your Sunday planning on your spreadsheet and you go, right, what am I doing this week? And then you use that traffic light system that I've taught you about, you know, what's most important and what can wait. Then you just put all of that into your Google Calendar. And when it turns up in your Google Calendar, like, man, when I set my things and I put them into my Google Calendar, because I'm feeling fine when I'm doing my Sunday planning. I've got the music blaring and I'm outside. I might even have a gin with me or whatever, you know, like I make it really fun when I do my planning. Because when I'm planning and I'm feeling good and brave, then I put all my brave actions into my calendar. And sometimes it pops up in my calendar and I'm like, oh, fuck. But I'm like, well, it's on my fucking calendar, I'm doing it. So you just go ahead and do it, and you just take 30 seconds of insane bravery. So even if you are feeling like, oh my God. So I'll give you an example. 3 months ago, I wrote down that I was going to be published in a magazine. I was going to have an article published in a magazine. And I stuck it in my calendar, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, Michelle, what have you done? How much gin did you actually have? And I was like, nope. Okay, 30 seconds of insane bravery. What would a brave woman do? She'd contact some people that she knows that has a magazine, or, you know, contact 3 people in a magazine. So I literally phoned a contact that I know that has one of the best magazines on the Hibiscus Coast, and phoned her, and she's like, oh my God, that's so amazing. You know what? I've actually been thinking about contacting you to write an article. So 30 seconds of insane bravery. Good. All right. Are you all feeling a little bit better about fear? You're not. But you're gonna do it anyway. Woo, woo. Excellent, ladies. Okay, has that been helpful? Do you think that will help you to move through the fear?
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Good. And does it stop you from worrying about the fear? Like, fear isn't something that you want to run away from. We want to use all of those juicy emotions. Good. Okay. All right. Let's see how we have gone with the week. Okay. Let's do Michelle first in case she has to run away from us. Michelle, how is your week being, and what are you going to do this coming week?
My week's it's been good. Like, it's still messy because I'm having to let my other franchisee use the trailer, so we're sort of swapping days. But no, it's been a good week because I've got a couple of people who are interested in it. I've got a meeting with the guy at Pet Stock who owns it tomorrow to look for a supplier, and yeah, some exciting things are happening. So
Good.
It's all starting to go.
Good. Yeah. All right. Sarah?
So what was it? What was I supposed? What did I do, and what am I going to do?
Exactly.
So I did a community day where I kind of got my name out there and got contacts from that. So I've been contacting them and trying to kind of work relationships, particularly with people from the retreat centre. Contacted the person from the Go Green Expo to see if they want anyone to do any talks.
Good.
And a retreat centre to see if they want me to do any talks at that retreat centre.
Good. Talk me through.
And I've been practicing and playing around with.
Talk me through how you contacted those people and what you did. Did you have a call to action, and did you make
I've
it easy?
emailed them just because the person from the retreat centre I met at the community day, and she didn't give me a card or details. She just took my card, but I found her on the internet because I know where the retreat centre is, and I emailed her and said, remember me, and can we get together and have a chat about how we can collaborate? And then Nikki on Monday gave me the contact email for the person who's in charge of the Go Green Expo, and so I emailed her to say hello. Like, do you want any speakers? So I'm just waiting to hear back from her as well.
Okay, so what would be a better format than do you want some speakers? How can you lead her on a path?
By introducing myself and saying that I do talks.
Okay, no, nobody cares. What's in it for her? So, hey, I got your contact details from Nikki Camfield, who was the marketing manager for Wellpark College. So you always want to say how you come across them, and especially because Nikki actually has a good relationship with them, then automatically you're kind of, so this is kind of an NLP technique, you're automatically associating the way she feels about Nikki to the way that she feels about you. So that's kind of a lead in for you. And then you want to say what you can do for her. Okay, so rather than talking about, hi, I'm Sarah and I can do these kind of talks and would you like it? We're never going to ask someone would they like it. We're just going to go in with the assumption already that they're going to have us because we're amazing. So, hi, I'm, Sarah gave me, Nikki gave me your contact details. These are the talks that I've done that have been most beneficial for other events. You don't need to say what the events are. So you could say that you did one on, like you love talking about poop, right? So you might say that your that your poop talk was amazing and people were still emailing you 6 months later about it. And then you might say that the one that you did on using the herbs that you find naturally in the New Zealand bush was amazing. And in particular, the event owners said blah, 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 blah. So give them 3 options and what other people said about them or the buzz that they created. And then say, I know that all of these would be valuable for you, but obviously I've only got time to do one. Which one would you like to select?
Okay.
And then ask them for a meeting. And instead of asking a person for a meeting, because when you're asking for something, you have to remove any hurdles. So you need to really kind of make it easy. So I'd put a link to your booking system. Really love to chat to you. Here's a link to the booking system where you can just book a time, because otherwise you go backwards and forwards 5 times and that might take a week.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, and so your actions for the next week are obviously to be contacting those people. Anything else?
I want to do that live webinar as well.
Yeah. 30 seconds of bravery and your anchor.
Yeah, I know.
Yay! Yay!
And so have you got all your tech sorted for the webinar?
Not yet. I haven't got anything sorted from it at all, other than now I kind of know roughly what I need to do. But no, I haven't. I'm going to do a talk that I've done live, so I'm just going to use that and just tweak that. So I have got a PowerPoint. I just want to kind of tweak it and make it more.
And you're going to live stream it, how I said?
Yes, yeah, so do it through Zoom and live. I want to do a mini practice if I can, because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I don't want to cock it up at the time.
Excellent. Go ahead and go ahead and do a live practice. Invite us. We'll come.
Okay.
Okay. And make sure that you record it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because then it can go up on your website. You can use it for other things. Make sure you record it. Make sure that you have call to actions, not just at the end of your PowerPoint, but right throughout it.
Okay. Okay.
And especially with when you're doing your live webinar, Sarah?
I haven't decided the date yet either.
Oh, you chicken! Right now. What date are you doing the live webinar?
I'll do it Wednesday evening.
This Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
See you there. Okay. Okay, Robin.
My wins this week were setting up a Facebook group, Cultivating Calm for you and your family, which I was like pleasantly surprised by how many people are really interested in this topic.
Yeah, we were more than pleasantly surprised. Robin set up a Facebook group. 2 days later, she has 60 people in it.
That's
fucking
awesome.
I
astounding.
think it's like 90 people now.
What?
Brilliant.
And
Well
she's
done.
like, oh, I'm not sure if people want this or not. Hello.
Oh, man.
High five, Robin.
And I did my three. Oh, that's me.
No, it was me. Sorry.
Says prepare for Thankful Thursday. So I did my 3 lives. So my Thankful Thursday, my Mindful Monday, and my Self-Compassion Sunday. Yeah, and yeah, that's really good because I'm feeling more confident about just getting up there and talking, and a little bit of preparation in my head and then just going with the flow. And so that can be that stuff that I can put into my Facebook group and you know, share that stuff, use the content, upload maybe some stuff to YouTube. And the other one was to seeing a girl with performance anxiety around rock climbing. So I know that's her mum is happy to do testimonials and all of that kind of stuff. And so I just said that she's my market research and that I'll be doing an online program, and I want feedback from them as we go through about what each module, what's helpful, what's not helpful, and then as I see here, I'll write my modules for a sports performance online course as well.
Good. And are you going to capture feedback? How?
I think the way you do it by video is the best way.
Good. Good. Okay. And so the format for that, for asking for testimonials is, how did you feel beforehand? What was it like working with me? And what's the end result? So you're kind of, you know how when we talked about your packages and we talked about, you know, how to upscale your business and turn it into something amazing, and how you take people from Pain Island to Fantasy Island. So that's what you're trying to show in your testimonial. How do people get from pain? What is Pain Island, and what does Fantasy Island feel like?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, cool.
Best to keep it to kind of just 3 or 4 questions when you're doing testimonial video.
Yeah, otherwise you overwhelm people. Yeah. So my goals this week are to get my domain name, because that's been a little bit of a block. And thank you for your Monday thing. So I came home and I said to Stuart, all the other girls were saying, what about this Dr. Rob Yin? Just go Dr. Robin. But Dr. Robin's taken .com, so I might have to do drrobincharlton.com. Just use my whole name, just who I am, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
or
so
you
then
could put Dr. Robin .mindfulness or Dr. Robin 2 or
Okay, yeah. I was thinking, I did think about Dr. Robin Charlton, and I thought, no, there's something that's stopping me getting it, so there must be something else.
Do you know what
about
it is?
Something about the brain.
It's basically when we use our last names and we're married, we're giving half our power away. And I've seen it a lot. And I've other women that I've coached, and they've taken out the last name and their businesses have moved. It's almost like it's a sharing of power. And when you claim your own power, it moves better.
Yeah. So it needs to be something with the brain, because the brain is a central part of, you know, of the logo and training your brain. So yeah, I'll think about that, and then that will be set up Nita's online platform, because I haven't done that yet, so I need to do that in the next week.
Good.
And I haven't done my flyer yet either. So yeah.
Okay. So your actions for this week are domain name and flyer.
And start setting up the online platform, because my husband bought me a brand new computer.
Yay.
Oh, God.
Good. Okay, so that's
Not
a
having
lot of
to use
actions,
all
Robin.
sorts
Make
of
sure
stuff.
that you plan that out properly and put it into your
Okay,
calendar.
not the main flyer. Yeah, it's that I'm getting myself easily overwhelmed. So yeah,
Yes. Yeah. So pull it back.
Yeah.
And remember to use your power hours like I taught you.
Yeah.
Kim. Oh, you're on silent, Kim. Just turn your. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah, I just realized a little thing came across the screen saying you're muted. It's like, oh. Oops. Okay, so I actually didn't do some of the things I said I was going to do last week. I realized when I went to do my live on Sunday that I needed to actually know that I could do it somewhere because I don't have premises for it yet.
Right.
So I spent yesterday really online ringing people. Today I've got a few, I'm going to go and visit a couple of places, but if it comes down to it, there is a space I can lease or rent at the library just for a couple of hours, which is quite a nice room. So if I have to, that's what I'll do, but I'm trying to find somewhere that I can actually run them.
So Kim, I'm hearing a bit of a block here for you. Why do you need a room to start practicing right now? What's wrong with the room that you're?
Sorry, not for my practice, for just actually running the workshop that was going to be promoting.
And is that going to be a workshop online or physically?
No, physically.
Okay.
All
right.
I suppose I could change it to online.
What's your audience?
My target group, I guess, is women from 45 to 60, and they're busy mums, and most of them, or moving to empty nesters, so older children.
Okay. And when you do your, you're doing a live event so that you can get some clients. When you work with the clients, you're going to work with them online or physically?
Well, hopefully both, I guess, but probably my target to start with is until I get my workshop finished, it's more of a, well, maybe I need to do, I know you told me last week, you don't have to have it finished. You could actually just, and then you're going to get it finished, aren't you? Which, yeah.
So you're probably going to be doing your consultations online, right? Okay. So let's feel the fear and do it anyway. And stop putting blocks in the way. There is nothing wrong with the room that you're sitting in. Why can't you just get a screen? So I mean, you can literally put 2 brooms up and put a broom over it, put a sheet over it, so it's just one blank color, right? Or you can go the whole hog like I have and set up the proper screen like I have in the background. But it doesn't have to be hard, and it doesn't have to be complicated, and you don't need another premises.
Okay. Yeah, I was sort of thinking of doing them face to face, but yeah, that does change it.
Well, it lowers the cost, it lowers your fear factor, because and it lowers the time of having to go and find someplace.
Yeah.
And it lowers another block for those people. They don't have to get in their car and actually travel somewhere and meet people that they're nervous of meeting. What I would do first, Robin, is I would think of, remember we talk about client avatars and who your 5 people are. I would think of your clients and think of 5 people that you know already that you would actually like to do the webinar, and I'd go and ask them, would you rather go to a physical event or an online event?
Okay.
So can that be the very first action that you take after this call?
I can do that today.
Good. And then once you've done that, then decide whether you're going to go physical or online.
Michelle, where did you get your screen? And would you buy a green one, or would you buy? So I've got
a number of screens. I've got black, and I've got white, and I've got lilac, and I've got green, and I've got a couple of different backgrounds, and I bought them all off Amazon, but you can get them off lots of places like SD and what's that other thing, Wish. Yeah, you can get them from a few places, but equally you can just use a blanket or a sheet or or a sarong. It doesn't have to be a screen.
Thanks.
Kim, where did you do your live? Are you doing it on your Herbal Teapot Facebook or your Facebook?
On mine. On
And
the Kim Sterling, yeah.
Kim Sterling.
Mm.
I will make sure I'll be your friend then.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, are we not friends on Facebook, Kim? I'm
Well,
sure.
I don't remember getting a message about you doing it live, that was all.
Oh no, I didn't do it yet.
Oh, I thought you had.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay,
So
good. So set up your screen. Do your live today. Do it tonight, Kim. Like you're resisting it, so just go, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Yep.
And if you haven't done it by 5 o'clock, I'm gonna phone you 600 times until you do it.
I'll see
She
you.
will. She will.
I'll see your number.
I will.
Race
You
to it.
know I will. You know I will.
Yes.
You know the rule. If you don't do it, you've got to do it the next day naked.
Naked.
No one will come to that. It's a great.
I don't remember that rule. Where did that come from?
We made up that rule while you were away, Sarah. And trust me, I've done a live naked, haven't I, Robin?
Yeah.
God.
I've done a live naked.
Oh,
Now I felt fear.
You guys are going to be scrolling back through my feed. Which one's naked?
that's funny.
Don't scroll back.
Oh, no.
Oh, perfect. Good. Okay, we've all got some good solid actions and you're all doing amazingly. I mean, like seriously, when you think back to where you were even just 2 months ago, like the shift that you've had in the last 2 months, fucking massive. You're all doing amazing. I'm so proud of you. And because you're showing up boldly, all of these new opportunities are opening up to you. It's just amazing. It's fantastic. Good. Okay, I've recorded this because I wanted you guys to be able to watch it back because that fear training is actually really powerful. So I'm going to send it out to all of you. Do you mind if I use this recording for something else? Like if someone said to me, oh, what's a cool like, can I show this to them?